Welcome back. This segment is sponsored by the law offices of David L. Carrier. From power of attorney to paying for a nursing home, it's time to talk about some of the many issues that come with caring for your aging parents. And joining us now, our elder law and estate planning expert, David Carrier.
Good morning, Catherine.
Congratulations are in order. You cut the ribbon on a new joint, right?
That's right. We had our grand opening last week. One of your cohorts was out there doing the cameos for our folks. I guess we'll have a little video of that next week.
Yes,
next month, whenever. But the big thrill, my wife got to cut the ribbon. You know,
with an oversized pair of scissors.
Yeah, they're huge.
I
and
love
actually,
it.
it was she and Colin were both out there snipping away at that thing, and so it was a but they're heavy.
They're very heavy.
Yeah.
And this is an example of the fact that, I mean, you had to grow into a larger space because of the demand as we baby boomers age and we try to wade through all the complications of that.
Right.
There's more need for help.
Yeah. And you know, we've had an office in satellite office in Holland for quite a while. We're just finalizing the details of our Muskegon office, and now we're looking to Kalamazoo. And one of my friends here was just telling me I should go to Portage. I don't want to be downtown Kalamazoo. You want to be in Portage.
Oh, is that it? That's the hipster spot. Well, you better get there then. Okay, we're going to play a lightning.
Well, I guess it's not for me then. Oh, well.
Oh, come on. You can work on that. You've got time.
All right.
Okay, this is lightning round. I'm going to toss out some real questions you've gotten from people that may apply broadly to other folks. Okay, so why would a power of attorney be denied when selling my mother's home to pay for her care?
One of the things with the power of attorney is just when you're saying to somebody else, you can sign my name, okay? And the thing that a lot of people say, well, I have a power of attorney. I have a power of attorney. It doesn't mean anything to say that you have a power of attorney, because every power of attorney is governed by the words in the power of attorney, you see? And it frequently happens that the bank, the insurance company, the title company, as in this case, will not accept the power of attorney because it doesn't have the magic language they're looking for. Our power of attorney, it's ridiculous long, it is, but that's because we stuff every word we can think of into it.
To cover all eventualities.
Because you never know.
Yeah, important
You would think that create would mean the same thing as establish, not to a bank.
Wow. Okay, my loved one has property I would like to sell. If nursing home care is needed and the only income is Social Security, will that property be taken by Medicaid?
Well, once you see, if you have a house, if you have the homestead, Michigan is one of 2 states right now that doesn't put a lien on the property. They don't put a Medicaid mortgage on. Most every other state does. We don't. Okay, so that's good so far. But if you convert the house from homestead to cash, well, now that's countable cash, and you have to spend the cash before the Medicaid will kick in. So the answer is they're not going to seize the money like seize the money, but Medicaid will say, hey, we're out of here until that money's gone.
Got it.
You could have had the house, but you can't have the cash.
Is there any problem-free way to leave my homestead property to only one child in an estate plan? Oh, this sounds
problem-free.
Yeah, right?
Good luck for that. Well, you know, here's the thing. Most problems come because there's a disconnect. Reality is one thing, expectation is something else. And when we can make the expectation and reality sync up, it's very unusual to have problems. So where do we, using a trust, if you want to disinherit 3 kids and then give the house to one of them, well, it happens.
Yeah, sure.
Especially when we have farms and what have you, because we've only got 1 kid who's interested in doing the farming, the rest don't care.
Good example, yeah.
If everybody knows what's going on, or they don't know what's going on before you die, but it's very clear in the paperwork that this is how it's going to go, people can deal with that reality. What they can't deal with is uncertainty. In a case like that, we use trusts. You know, that's usually what we would use.
Yeah.
The problem with these deeds, lots of people do deeds, whether it's a ladybird deed or a joint deed, and the problem with those is, yeah, legally it's clear, but mom said you were supposed to, blah, blah.
No go.
No go. With a trust, at least, well, and legally, the farm might go to the kid who's named on the deed, okay? But the expectation is all off because, well, mom said you were supposed to split that with us. Well, where's that in writing? Nowhere. Yeah. And now Thanksgivings and Christmases become impossible.
Yeah, okay.
But if you write it up, No
You're
problem.
covered. All
Yeah.
right. You may have questions about your specific situation. Play your own lightning round at an upcoming Life Plan workshop. There are a number of them scheduled, and if you want more information, you can call 616-361-8400 or go online to davidcarrierlaw.com. We put all this info on our website, WZZM13.com, under Take 5. We'll be back.